Okay, in this lesson, we're talking about the coordinate plane. So we're going to talk about how the graph is structured. We're going to talk about points, plotting points. Maybe you're given a word scenario, word problem. Maybe you're given a table. Like, how do all of those go with the points on a graph? Okay, so the coordinate plane, there's our vocab right there, is a grid with two number lines. You have a vertical number line and a horizontal number line. And where those number lines meet, okay, your grid lines, where the grid lines meet, that's what you use to describe locations with numbers and variables. Okay, so your x-axis is the one that is horizontal. So it goes this way. Okay, positive numbers are to the right of 0. Negative numbers are to the left of 0. Okay, so here's my x-axis. All right. There are some people who will do this. They'll do plus x here, and they'll do minus x over there, or negative x. You don't have to do that, but you do need to know that that is the x-axis. And on this graph, you can assume that this graph is going by ones. Okay, it gets a little mucky if we put all the numbers in there. Now the y-axis, bless you. Okay, the y-axis is this one. So your positive y's are up here. Your negative y's are down there. This is vertical. Okay, positive numbers are above. They are above 0, and negative numbers are below 0. Okay, in fact, what's this dot right here? Anybody know what that is? Well, it's an ordered pair, so it's 0, 0. Sometimes you will see it referred to as the origin. Okay? Whenever you go to graph, that's where you start. Okay? You start from the middle and you work your way left, right, up, down. Okay? I want you to notice here, if all of these x's are positive and all of these y's are positive, this section right here, all of your numbers are, all of your ordered pairs are positive, positive. This, what I'm writing in red, is really good to write on your graphs. On this side, okay, all of these x values here are negative. The y values are still positive. In this lower corner here, it is the opposite of this upper corner. So everything down here in this lower left corner is negative, negative. Notice that these two corners are opposite, right? And then these two corners that I'm pointing at will also be opposite. So on this side right here, all of the x values are positive, but your y values are negative. It would be really, really helpful for you to write that down, even if you just sketch a little T out to the side of what you're working on, and you just do something like this. Okay, do you see that right there? That's a really good way to help you know what you're doing on your assignments. Okay, next page. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do this for our notes. Okay, a dot on a graph labeled with a capital letter. That's really important, especially when you get to geometry. Capital letters matter, lowercase matters, etc. So this is a point, okay, and it is literally a dot. It is one dot, has capital letters. An ordered pair. An ordered pair is written as x comma y. I think most of you are really good with that already. Just so you know, somebody said to me one time, X comes before Y in the alphabet. Same thing with the ordered pair. And I thought, genius. Okay, so let's say we have point A. And then we have this as a 2. Let's make it negative. And then here we'll have a 3. Okay, so what this means is we start at 0, 0. We start in the very middle of the graph. And we're going to go 2 to the left. And then we're going to go 3 up. And then we're going to put a dot. Okay, so let's go do that. I'm going to start at 0, 0. I'm going to go 2 to the left. Don't put a dot right there. And then I'm going to go 3 up. Then put your dot. And then you're going to label it with an A. Your points on your graph should be labeled with either the letter that has been assigned to it or the ordered pair if there's no letter. It needs to have something, okay? But letters are great. All right, X is always first, just like the alphabet. So you plot. First you go left or right, and then you go up or down. Don't make more than one dot. Just wait till you get to the end of the up or down, okay? The origin, we already talked about that. The origin is the point where the x-axis and the y-axis cross. It is 0, 0. It's right here. Okay, there's my origin. I'm just going to label that for our notes. And then quadrants. Okay, so our quadrants, they go counterclockwise, which means they go like this. Now, clockwise, you guys don't really use regular analog clocks, like the one behind my desk up here. You see the one with the hands? Okay, we don't, well, I do, but most young people don't use analog clocks. You really should know how to use one, especially if you're going to go into the medical field, because you need to be able to use the second hand for things like blood pressure and heart rate. Okay, so this is counterclockwise. It means we're going to the left in a circular fashion. Okay, just so you know, this direction is clockwise. Okay, so counterclockwise is the way we go on the coordinate plane. So we start in quadrant 1. This is quadrant 1. This is quadrant 2. This is 3. And this here is 4. Those are your quadrants. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're someone who doesn't know Roman numerals, this is a 1, this is a 2, this is a 3, and this is a 4. Those are the same thing. Okay, points on the axes are not described with a name, like from a quadrant. Okay, you're going to write the axes instead. So for instance, let's put B right here at -3, 0. Put a B right here at -3, 0. So let's write that down. -3, 0. We would not say that point B is in quadrant 1, 2, 3, or 4. We would never say that because it's not in a quadrant. It's on the x-axis. Okay? That's what we would say. Point A, what quadrant is point A in? Okay, so when I name the points and I say what quadrant they're in, I just put a Q and I put a 2. Okay, that's what I do. You can use Q2, you could use the Roman numeral 2. I don't care, as long as you understand what we're doing. Okay, and then we have this part here. We're going to write ordered pairs. Now, I did a little experiment last year. I noticed that students were having trouble with graphing, basic, like elementary school graphing, right? And I did a little test, and it had been a while since they had done some graphing, so they had forgotten all of these things. So that's why it's really important for us to go over it first. I should have gone over it first last year as a reminder. Okay, so we're going to write the ordered pair. So it's going to look like this, the x value and the y value with the comma in between. Okay, don't forget for your x's. Okay, if it goes to the right, it's a positive number. If it goes to the left, it's a negative number. For the y values, if it's positive, we're going up, and if it's negative, we're going down. So just a reminder. Okay, let's go find A. So we start, I'm going to just show you the 1. I'm going to painstakingly go over A, and then after that, we're going to just go a lot faster. But just to be sure that everyone is clear, you start right here at 0, 0. And then you're going to travel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes to the right, and then you're going to go up 2. So this right here is 6 to the right and 2 up. That's what A is. So we would write that in our list as a positive 6 and a positive 2. Okay, so we have our positive, positive, our negative, positive, negative, negative, and positive, negative. That's what your numbers should be. Okay, by the way, there are 2 on here that are special, just so you know. Okay, tell you what, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to give you about 1 minute to write down all these ordered pairs. Well, I guess I'll give you a couple minutes. Okay, so let's go over the answers together. Oh. So take a look. Let me know if I wrote anything down incorrectly. Okay, so I have all of my ordered pairs, and I do have all of my quadrants listed. I want you to notice that E and F are E and I are special. One is on the x-axis, one is on the y-axis. Okay. Is there anyone that disagrees with any of the letters or quadrants that I've not letters, numbers or quadrants? Did I make a 100? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and flip to the next page. If you're someone who is still looking at this, I'll put it back up in a moment. Okay, this is the last part of our notes, and then you're going to go into your Delta math. You should be able to do that today before you leave. You should, or definitely by the end of today, like before you go to sleep. Okay, so I'm going to put some points on here. Plot the points given by the, oh, I'm going to give you ordered pairs. Are you ready? You're going to write these ordered pairs down. You're going to go plot them on the graph. And you're going to give me the quadrant. Okay? So, -4, 6, 2, -5, 7, 4, -6, 0, -7, -9, 0, 8, and 0, 0. Okay, so you're going to go plot these. So to do that, just so everyone's clear, I'm going to do A. For A, it's -4. That means I'm going to the left, and 6 is positive, so I'm going up. So I start in the middle. I go 4 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't put a dot there. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up, and there it is, my dot, and I write an A. What quadrant is that it's in? It's quadrant 2. Okay, don't forget, this is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2, this is quadrant 3, that is quadrant 4. Okay? All right, so I'm going to give you a minute to get those plotted. Okay. All right, check your answers. So I have them on my graph where they go, and then I have my quadrants listed and my axes. So take a moment to check your work. Okay, and then I want you to go ahead and go down to the bottom. And by the way, there's a little compass out there, north, east, south, and west. Okay, so you're going to follow the directionals. So 5 in is 5 north, 3E is 3 east. So if you're someone who likes to go camping and hiking and you have a compass, you can do something called orienteering, and it allows you to use a compass and a map without GPS, because when you go hiking, there's no cell phone service. Okay, let's go over these. So we begin at 3, -2. Oh, let me unfreeze the screen for you. We begin at 3, -2, so that's right here. And it says to travel 5 north and 3 east. So I'm going up 5, and I'm going 3 to the right. Because that's up, and that's east. South is down, west is to the left, just so you know. Okay, now at B, so I'm going to put a point and a B there, and what ordered pair is that? That is 6, 3. Very good. And then I'm going to go from B to C. Bless you. So I'm going to go 9 west, 3, 6, 9, and 5 north. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I'm at C. What ordered pair is that one? -3 and +8. Okay. Then from C, I'm going to travel to D. So I'm going to go 12 south. So from here to here is 8. And then I need 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how I didn't have to count 1 to 1. I knew that I was already at 8. So if I come to the axis, then that's down 8. And then I need 4 more. And then I'm going to go 4 west. I end up at D. What's the location of D? And then finally, we're going to go to E. So we're going to go 2 south. And then we're going to go 15 to the east. Okay? So there's -7. And then we're going to go 8 more. I'm sorry, not -7 distance. We're going to go 7. And then 8 more, that's 15. And where are we for point E? 8, -6. Okay? Kind of looks like a little video game, like Tron or something. All right, so your assignment today is Delta Math. And I've labeled it as 4.1. Okay? And then I actually have like a little extra credit thing that I'm going to put on the back table, and you're welcome to do that. And it will be due Thursday.